So the other day I made a video about Ava Tyson, and in the video we reviewed some documented tweets from Ava's old Twitter account. If you haven't watched that video, you should go check it out. We looked at some tweets from Ava's old Twitter account, which basically implies that she likes Shadman Lolly. Oh, and who can forget Ava's banger tweets like, "That bitch looks good for a 4-year-old." You know, you can do all the mental gymnastics you want, but I cannot defend Ava Tyson here. Nobody can defend somebody that is making tweets like this and ingesting content like borderline CP with Lolly. As a few days ago, you know, this Shadman connection and the tweets were the only bad things that I'd seen about Ava online. So yeah, you know, she was like an underage minor porn on the internet, but thank God she wasn't out here grooming minors or talking to them, right? Now, before we get into the next part of this video, I do want to say everything that I am about to bring up are pure allegations. Nothing has been proven. And with that being said, a YouTuber that goes by the name of Prism42 has come out with a video where he alleges that Ava Tyson groomed a 13-year-old fan and was sending sexually charged messages to them up until they were 16, where they eventually met up. I'm going to let you see this clip from Prism right here. I think he breaks it down pretty well, all right? He pleads his case here. Check this out.
This ain't true. And this screenshot is Kris Tyson talking one-on-one with him. And at this point, he would have been 16. And here we go. Here is the picture of them meeting up together. I'm going to censor his face. And as you can see right there, there's Carl right there, there's Kris Tyson right there. Kris Tyson was talking to this guy since he was 13. Kris Tyson was in college. And of course, the moment he was able to drive, he takes a camper van out in the middle of the woods, which, by the way, very secluded area. Let me talk about that. Anytime that someone is taking a camper van somewhere, bringing it out in the desert or the middle of the woods, it's very unnecessary because there's RV parks, there's the Walmart parking lot, there's plenty of areas you can go instead of going to a place that's very unfamiliar to you to camp out there, especially in a secluded area. So the real question is, if he was talking to Kris Tyson, who is interested in both men and women, since he was 13 years old and Kris Tyson was in college, why did he take a camper van out to see him and take it out in the middle of the woods in this secluded area? And then he met up with him like 2 days later.
And I'm about to hit you guys with a real hot take, but in no world should a grown man be communicating with a fan from the time that they're 13 up until the point that they're 16 and then attempt meeting them in the middle of a desert in the RV, like Saul getting kidnapped by Walt and Jesse. Like, what the hell, Ava? What were you gonna do to this kid? Now, the minor in this situation goes by the name of Lava on Twitter, and they made a tweet here that says these videos are massive lies and they're twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos at all. But the real mindfuck comes when you realize a Cheeto and sensitive society didn't even mention the situation with Lava being 13 years old and speaking to Ava at the time. They did not even mention that in their videos. So yeah, I found that tweet real bizarre. We got Lava posting more about the Ava Tyson situation, and he says Kris did nothing wrong. What's actually disgusting is you guys twisting things and making me a victim.
You're a victim.
There we go. And you know, the internet being the internet, look, they didn't like this, so they let their grievances be known in the comment section of Lava's Twitter account. SB Tweet says, "How much did they pay you?" Lava replies, $0. Literally, nothing happened. Okay, bro, I swear. Oroku Saki says, "You've been groomed, man. You're a victim. You don't have to protect these people." Comp says, "You are a victim, whether you think so or not. Kris should be held accountable for her disgusting actions." So as you can see, the general consensus is Lava was groomed to some extent by Ava Tyson here. And listen, I agree, but I'm not here to tell Lava, right, what they should feel on the situation. If Lava thinks that, you know, there was nothing wrong with this interaction, then fuck that. That's between him and a psychologist. And yeah, I'll leave that right there. We also have another person here that claims when they were 14 years old, they clicked on Ava's profile right here. You can see that they were talking to Ava while, she was grown and they were 14. And once again, sending kissy emojis and calling a 14-year-old kid dad is just not acceptable if these allegations are true, of course. But the fact that the person in this video actually clicked on the profile and it took it to what looks like an official account for Ava, yeah, that is not a good look at all, to say the least. And this plot is about to thicken because a former MrBeast affiliate that goes by the name of Jake the Viking came out with a tweet that says, "Jimmy knew." And of course, this is very cryptic, but I don't think that Jake is referring to, Saul Goodman knowing that he was going to get life, that Jimmy. I think he's talking about MrBeast. So of course, Jake is implying that MrBeast knew everything about these Ava Tyson allegations, and he knew that they were going to come out. We got another cryptic tweet from Jake, and it says, "While we're at it, Kris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides." So again, this is a very vague, cryptic tweet from Jake here, but I do believe he's alluding to a potential situation that may have happened before with Ava and a minor. And once again, this is interesting because Jake the Viking actually used to work with MrBeast, so you could assume that maybe he's a reliable insider source. But speaking of insider sources, we got this Twitter account named Dogpack404, and it's this guy claiming that he worked for MrBeast, and to his credit, he has proof. And Dogpack makes some big claims saying that MrBeast definitely knew, and once MrBeast gets exposed as well, Amazon's gonna need their money back because bad things are about to happen.
Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside MrBeast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
Now, I don't know how credible Dogpack404 here is, but listen, it sounded legit, it sounded credible, but our most recent update is very abrupt. It has just happened. It is Kris Tyson on Twitter, and she has actually finally responded to everything. So Ava says, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone." She says, "It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and my mental health." So it is official. Ava is no longer affiliated with the MrBeast brand. And I think, hey, just like Jake the Viking said, Jimmy knew, and he had to cut this tie because he knew this was very, very bad of a look on every kind of social media site. And it was very, very bad for the brand. Ava says, "I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I have stepped away." And this is a weird tweet to me because Ava says she's stepping away for the people who work at MrBeast, but in the other tweet she says that she's stepping away to focus on her family and mental health. So which one is it? I don't know. I don't even think she's aware, right? I mean, Ava didn't even acknowledge the grooming accusations or the lolly stuff in general, and she does have a son. So this is very worrying in my opinion. But it's official. Ava Tyson is not affiliated with the MrBeast brand anymore. And what I would give to be a fly on the wall right now for MrBeast, I do want to hear his thoughts, but again, I don't think that he really has to say anything yet. I don't think he has to say anything yet because listen, that kid did come forward on the video. He said that things are going to go to shit soon. And I have to imagine that MrBeast being around Kris knew something of the sort. So I'm not praying on MrBeast's downfall. I don't think MrBeast can have a downfall. I don't think that he's guilty of anything. And as far as I'm concerned, Ava's not really technically guilty of anything until, you know, there is a court trial, okay? You would be remiss, though, not to be a little creeped out by her former tweets. I mean, those were fucking disgusting, man. And she has to be held accountable for that, especially considering she has a kid. So yeah, I would like to hear more bigger content creators speak on this Ava Tyson situation. This shit is disgusting, and I think it needs to be brought to light. I'm glad that Ava responded, unlike Dr. Disrespect and Cody Co. I mean, I guess you can at least give her that. And let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you do turn on the bell notifications, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and play my music.
You're a victim.
What we do here is go back.